Hello Falcons, we are here again, and in episode 7 we will demonstrate how we teach on-ball screens. On-ball screens are one of the most popular and simplest sections of two players how to get an advantage against defenders. This form of offensive tactics is usually used in every level of basketball competition, starting from school games and finishing with the World Cup. Let's get into it. And we start to speak about screener now. So the first thing is the footwork of the screener. First, the jump stop. We require to set the screen after the jump stop because the screen cannot move, otherwise you will get offensive foul. When you are skilled in setting screens with a jump stop, you can set the screens with a stride stop because sometimes angle is not convenient to make a jump stop before screen. So talking about footwork, it's important to be like in a defensive stance with the knees bent, feet must be wide. So if your feet is bent, wide, you have a good balance when you collide with your opponent. So when we set the screen, the opponent's feet must be in the middle between screener's legs. Go in front, yes. Good stance, wide shoulders, the leg between feet. Next part is your body. For example, this player, his shoulders is in front, so the screen is not so wide. If you are putting back a little bit your shoulders, yes, so screen becomes wider. That's very important detail. Here you can keep hands here, elbows might be a little bit out, also cover the greater area. Another option is bend like this, protecting your chest also. Remember, shoulders wide, feet wide. So after we set the screen, we have two options to pivot. So after we set the screen, a lot of coaches insist to do the reverse pivot, because if ball handler dribbles, I'm pivoting reverse pivot, showing my target hand, I always can see the ball. Advantage of the reverse pivot also might be, after I set the screen, go shoulder to shoulder, yes. If I'm doing reverse pivot, defender switch, I can seal the defender. I can have a defender on my back. However, it's possible also to make a front pivot. Again, showing a target rolling down. It's a small second when I cannot see the ball, but also I believe that this screen type is quicker than reverse pivot. Now we will speak about screen angle. Screening angle is important depending on which spot you play, on top of the key, on corner, on the wing. In this situation, Kevin set good screen because shoulders must be parallel to the sideline to have a good angle of the screen on the wing. A lot of young players set the screen in this angle. What is not good in this angle, so you dribble the ball, I can easily go under the screen. So that's why this angle is not good. When you set like this, I have to make a greater distance to go under the screen. From here we have more difficult situation. So next example might be about back screen. For example, when offensive player is on a slot, screener runs and sets unexpectedly the back screen for the player. In this situation, ball handler can beat his opponent in any direction, either left or either right. Okay, yeah. Yes. The front screen might happen during a transition from defense to offense, and for example, we are running, here a couple defenders, and I am like a power forward or center. I can screen a front screen in this situation, so it makes difficulties for defender because my teammate dribbles the ball, he needs to change the direction and go around me, and he can beat the opponents easy. We can also set diagonal screen, not lateral screen, not back screen, but diagonal screen. What we need to understand here, if I set on top of the key the diagonal screen, I'm open the area for ball handler behind me. So for example, in this case, might be elbow. If you stop here on the elbow for the jump shot, yes, so this screen might be useful. So screener has two options actually, or we have two types of the screens, like a pick and roll screens and pick and pop screens. So, okay, screen, pick and roll, pass, finish. Okay, pick and pop action, shoot, good. Another situation is split the screen situation. He sees that defender goes up actively on the ball handler. At this moment, he imitates that he runs to the screen and immediately changes the direction, receives the pass here and finish. On ball screen, ball handler always has to show that he will attack the defender. He is active. He is always trying to show that I can attack in any second. So next thing is preparing a good angle for the screen. So if I expect the screen at this side, first thing what I can do, I can move out of the screen, and when screen comes, I am making a better angle for the screen. So if defender is really active before the screen, yes, I'm moving, he's really active, I need to change the direction because screen is here. I cannot do the cross dribble here because he's close, he can steal the ball easy. So I can do the behind the back dribble here, or I can do between legs dribble here, or I can go to the contact, make a spin dribble and prepare also the good angle. Also important thing that I need to go to the defender. So when we get contact with an opponent, we can bring him directly to the screen. And I need to go shoulder to shoulder, because if he follows, he have not to get a chance go through the gap. I'm going with the inner leg, going shoulder to shoulder, and I'm immediately attack straight to the basket or straight to the tall opponent if it's mismatched situation. So now we are speaking about reading the defense. For example, if ball handler dribbles the ball, change direction, goes to the screen, screener's defender is in a flat defense, ball handler's defender goes under. So the ball handler can make a bounce back, step back, finish with a shot, or drive to the basket immediately. Next situation, if the defender chasing me, I'm going to shoulder to the shoulder. Here we get a mismatch situation. I can immediately attack the tall guy who is slower than me. Yes, I can immediately try to attack him. Or I can bounce back, big guy cuts under the basket, we are making space, I'm passing overhead pass, and he finishes against smaller defender. When the defense switch, I'm going to defender, he got a really good screen and stop. Here is the moment usually. If screener's defender leaves a gap here, so we can immediately pass off the dribble. and it's a good option to finish. The next option is when the defense hedge and recover. So I'm going to the defender. They use hard hedge. I'm going around, you roll down. Usually the screener's defender is late because he hedged the way for me. Here we have a situation. We can pass to my teammate and pass inside, or we can pass immediately here with the overhead pass, or if he asks on the low post, yes, with a bounce pass. So when they use a trap defense and going away, here is a gap. I can split the trap with a cross dribble and immediately attack the basket. Okay, if the trap was successful, I do not have a possibility to pass the ball here. So one option is pass on top of the key and inside, for example, but also the screener has to choose a good decision. So he can pick and pop, and then I can pass him here, and then he can attack immediately the basket or make a middle range shot or three-point. Also, I want to mention a handoff play, because handoff play is very similar to on-ball screen. For example, one player is on the wing, I'm on the top, okay, I'm stopping with the jump stop, preparing for the handoff. I cannot keep like this, for him it's hard to catch the ball if my hand is here. So one hand on the top, one hand on the bottom. If he goes shoulder to shoulder, so hand-off passing is like an on-ball screen. So we cannot forget communication when we run for the screen. It's a discussion to shout that I will screen at the right side or at the left. Some players can just show to each other with their eyes. They can show with the hands. For example, screener can demonstrate the signs that I will set the screen from the right side, or I will set the screen from the left side. Now about illegal screen. So illegal screening usually happens if the screener goes push a little bit his opponent. Other option might be when the screener prepares for the screen, ball handler starts to dribble before I am ready to the screen. Dribble, I'm going to stop and I'm screening in motion. So this is illegal and you get offensive. Thank you for watching episode 7 about how we teach on-ball screens. Don't forget to watch the drills below. 1, 2, 3, go!